Hey Stampers, Gaynor again, and I'm coming back with a little faux centre step card. Now I've done two, but the first one I kept it a little bit flat. So this one opens out as a centre step card, and it will lay flat, or it should lay flat, with the creases, and then sits up on your desk like a full-on centre step card. And then this one opens flat like this. But it's a very shallow faux step. I pinned it to the back of this side and inside this first step, and glued the first step down. So you can have a skinny one to send through the post, or you can have a full-on wide one. And as we're putting this together, I'll show you what I did for the skinny one, or you can have the full-on wide opening centre step one. These were old cardstock and old designer series papers, as you can tell. I've used these before. This one's a little bit taller than this one. I don't know how, because I've cut them both the same, but I'm using Night of Navy. This is for an inside piece. This is for the sentiment. If it's long enough, let's just check. Oh yeah, perfect. So I don't need that piece. I got a piece of blue because I'm going to cut one of those deckled circles, and I think I might just get it out of that piece. Now this is just a piece of scrap out of my bin, so let's cut this. Let's see, we should get that out of there. I love using up my scrap bits, because why would you use a whole sheet or even a quarter of a sheet of cardstock for something I can get out of so tiny piece? So I keep small pieces as well. Sometimes every now and then I'll go through and get rid of the really skinny pieces, but not very often. And I love the deckled circles. I mean, look at the size of this large one. One day we'll make a card using two of these, and these measure, wow, these measure 5 3/4, obviously by 5 3/4, but you cut two out and simply score one of them at 1/2 inch across the top. Then you glue it face on, and then when you turn it over, then you'll have your opening card, which is a full circle, and then you'll have the one with the crease at the back that nobody sees anyway because it will be sitting. But I'll show you that one day. We'll make cards with our deckled circles, and you get 14 of them. A little bit dearer than most of the other dies, but well worth it. And I've used these quite a few times now. So I've already got this little bear that I cut out ages ago. He could go on here. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, but these are my designer series pieces. This piece is cut at 2 inches by 11, and this one is 4 1/4 by 11. Easy peasy. So what we're going to do is literally we're going to open this out. First thing we're going to do is score at 4 and, where's my paper? 4 1/2. Then we're going to flip it round, and we're going to score this at 1 and 2. Or you could score at 1, 2 and 6 1/2. So there we go, easy. And then this piece, we're just going to score this at 5 1/2. It's so simple. And the reason I'm cutting it at 2, because that gives me 1 inch and a little fraction either side for my designer series paper. You could go wider if you want to go wider, but I decided to use the same piece of cardstock. So we're going to fold this, and I'm going to do both sides, same as my small piece. I like it to do it both sides because it keeps the card flatter. And then with our piece, we're going to the second score line fold back, and the first score line fold forward. So you've got your little faux step. But if you want a closed one, what we do now with this piece, if you wanted the tight fitting one, you would literally glue your side panels on, and then you would glue this here, and then glue that onto that step and glue that shut, and that will give you a flat. You've still got a little bit. You could even add dimensionals back there if you want it to pop out even further, but this will lay totally flat inside a card in an envelope, and you've got next to no postage. This one, you've got the bulk of the step because you're not closing that panel up. I suppose you could close that panel and have a smaller step, and then glue this a little bit higher up, but we've left this pretty loose at the back so it stays open like so. So let's glue our pieces down. I might even do something different. So these pieces are cut at 1 1/4. Are they 1 1/4? Yeah, 1 1/4 by 4 3/8. And you're just going to need to, I mean, you could use a whole piece of paper, but you're going to be covering it up. So just cut strips like I have. Move them into its place, because this panel is going on here, but we are going to open this one up. We're going to make the open one. So that is literally going to slide in there, and we're going to glue just this. Now it's slid into place. I'm just going to open this up. Let me turn it round so you can see. Keep that in the middle. Give yourself even space. Flick it round, and then just glue about 1 inch at the bottom. Can you see that? About 1 inch. And then we're going to flick this over. I'm going to use my bone folder. You will get a bit of oozing. I put a lot of ink on. You don't have to use that much. You can use glue dots even. But you want to leave, you don't want to glue it all the way down, because this panel, and believe it or not, if you open this out, oh, that's how I should have done it. This will glue just on the front of here if you want to keep that perfectly straight. So that's where you're getting that step from. That's what we're going to do on this one. So that will line up on there. So again, just do a little bit at the bottom, and then we're going to fold this piece over, and it's going to line up along the bottom. If it doesn't go all the way to the bottom, don't worry, because we're going to add our piece of designer series paper, and that is going to cover that up. So we've got our bear paws. I think this is so cute. It's up to you which way round you want them, because it's non-directional. I think that's cute. So I'm going to add that. Or you could even have the blue bits, but I'm having the paw prints. It's just so cute. So I cut this strip at 4 inches by 7/8. And then we've got that beautiful faux step, and it comes, and look, it's pretty flat, but I think this one is even flatter, and it opens out perfectly flat because we've glued it on the inside of the first flap. With this one, we've glued it on the back, like this one. You could add a panel on there to hide this. If you were saying, instead of doing one on the inside, you could put a panel on the back to write your message to hide this flap that's been closed down. I might just pop it on the inside. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. Well, that's definitely the right way. So that'll go on the inside. And I don't really mind that mine's got a bit of paneling on the back. And then we've got a piece of designer series paper here. I think I've cut that too high. Yeah, this should also be 4 3/8. So let's cut that down. This is 1 7/8 by 4 3/8. And now I've got a cute little bear there already. I mean, you could just add your pattern paper and just write a sentiment or put a sentiment going, because you've already got a beautiful cute image on there. You could just have your trees. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to keep the little bear because he's a little cutie. Just going to make sure I've got a nice border either side, top and bottom. These are quick cards to make as well. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So this piece obviously is a bit too big, but I'm going to stamp and then I'm going to cut out my sentiment. I may even fussy cut it. So I'm going to keep it towards the bottom. Oh, that is so cute. And this comes from the Christmas classic. I haven't had to play much with this one yet, apart from the sentiment, but I've got all these beautiful dies to play around with. You could add some sprigs. You've got these gorgeous labels. That would be a little bit too big for this one, but I think this one just adds holes into your card to give like snowdrops and stuff like that. But I will be having to play with this. And let me clear this. I want to show you, see, because no matter what black ink I use, all my stamps come up beautiful and clean. Now, the leaves off the Joy to Noel have gone bright orange, and I've only ever used black memento. And now this is VersaFine. This is a really staining ink, but it still comes up clean. It comes up like I've not used it. Absolutely crystal clear. And that's the only thing that I can say about that. I can also grab my paper pad. I mean, I've got these lovely little deers. I could use those. Strips of paper going everywhere. Again, it keeps all our little bits. So we could have the polar bear. We could also have the little deer. Let's see how cute that is. I mean, I might end up covering that little bear up. And have, or we could even, you could even put this on the, you could have this up here, but then why would a deer be up in the sky? I don't know, but I might just cover that up. I'm just looking at what I've got cut out, see. I've also got the mummy and baby deer. That looks cute with a blue background. I could just literally stick that on there. Nobody would even notice, and you wouldn't need this the circle. But I could cut this down and have the season's greeting on there. Oh, I don't know. We haven't decided, but let's keep that out for a minute, and we'll cut this down. Where's my little trimmer? I don't know where my little trimmer's gone. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, I don't know where that's gone. That's my tiny little trimmer. Well, is it in this top drawer? No, where's that gone? I've lost my little trimmer. Oh, here it is. It was in the bottom drawer. So I might even put one of those little bears on the inside. So let's line that up at 3/4 of an inch. Oh, that's going to chop that off. Let's do it at 1 inch. Maybe 7/8. That way I can still use that on another card. I know it's stingy, but get that on there. And I've been using my silicone mat yet again to make these enamel dots because they take ages to dry. So I like to do them on, you can only do it on your silicone mat. I've tried it on acetate and they stick like crazy. They're not coming up. So I've got a new mat coming because I went through this with a Stanley blade ages ago, but I've had it a long time. It's well worth its pennies. So I could literally cut the season's greeting out now. I might have those little deers and then put this little polar bear inside, or I could, they've both got dimensionals on, see? Right, what else have we got? We got a tiny little fox here. And I've got a tiny little seal as well. So that could go in the inside. Let's just have a look. Nice little fox. Snow fox. Got a little seal, but that's from the end of the paper. So I could have him just up the top there. That's cute. Let's do that. I think I'm gonna stick with this. It's my orientation. I've got my little mat. I'm gonna grab my paper scissors, and I think I might just cut out the sentiment. I mean, I'm not the best at cutting words out. But I'm trying. I'm just going to follow that round, see if I can get it to look half decent. Oh, that's not too bad. Seasons. And then I cut the greetings out. I mean, you've got dies in some of these for sentiments now, but I wouldn't buy dies just to cut sentiments out. We've got scissors for that. Practice makes perfect, they say, don't they? Just gonna go around there. I'm just gonna give that a little. See if I can get that looking tidy. That's not too bad. Season's great. Oh, that looks quite cute actually. May even look at a piece of scrap. See what I've got in here. What's on the back of this? Oh, it's trees. Now, will they stand out? No, they're going to get lost. I think I'm just going to leave them and I'll add dimensionals to them. So let's stick down. Oh, now I've got to be careful. So I'm going to have to move my dimensionals. Now I've really stuck these down. So let's get my little container. I'll tell you what I might do. Let's leave that on there. Let's do something different. Right, grab another small dimensional. Put it back on there. Right, now let's grab. I've got some small pieces of blue which will match this. I'm going to peel back the dimensionals. And I'm going to just give myself a tiny little border and cut around the deer. And I'm going to go mental I'm just gonna give it an extra dimension. We'll go back in the ears in a minute. Just give that a small blue border, make that stand out a little bit. Let's just get that down. Put that back in my scraps bin for something else. I know I am tight. Frugal, that's what they call it, being frugal. I'm not even doing a straight line, I'm just doing it to follow the pattern. That's cute. And I'm going to glue this inside. First of all, let's glue our little seal in. So he's got a straight edge there where I cut him from my designer series paper. And I don't even want to throw those little bits away as well, because he looks like he's diving into water there. I could do a little scene, but I'm going to add this cute, when I can grip it, I'm going to add this cute little foxy fox on there as well. All these lovely little animals in the kingdom of our Lord and Saviour, who created all for all. That is so sweet. Make sure I've got no sticky on me. Isn't that cute? It's just going on the inside of the card. I like to use all the bits they get. Oh, come on, unclog yourself now. You see my bruises, girls? Look at that. I got one there as well. I got that one there. I got one on my wrist. They tried to put a cannula in my arm to give me a dye, to give me a heart x-ray the other day, but they tried 7 times and still couldn't get one in. Mr. Boyce calls me the stone because I don't like giving up anything. He said it's like trying to get blood out of a stone. But it's alright laughing. It was painful, real painful. So this now is going to go, I might just put him a little bit on there and a little bit just on the flap. So I'm going to put a tiny little bit there, and I'm just going to put some on the head. So this will cover up that little bear that's there, and it'll stick our beautiful deer down, but it's not stuck to the back of anything else on the card. Isn't that cute? Right, let's get some. Let me put this glue away. It's doing my head in. Keeps clogging up. Let's grab some mini dimensionals. We don't really need too many because it's not a part of one of those interactive bits that you're going to mess around with a lot. If you were moving it about, then maybe so. You don't even need the shape. You could literally just glue this down if you wanted to. I just think the blue sets it all off, because we tend to lose ourselves sometimes with all the designer series paper. So let's get this on. I mean, I could hang that off there as long as it didn't stick out any further than the card or come up the top. So let's put that greetings there and our seasons there. And again, just glue. So you want to make sure, you can put it in the center. You're just going to lose that pretty pattern. You can add this on the side, making sure it doesn't go any higher or any wider. So now I know I'm just gonna need a bit of glue there. So let's use my tape runner, because this is pretty strong stuff. And again, I'm just going to open the card out. I want to make sure it's not as as wide and not as... That is cute. That is cute, and it still all folds down for our season's greeting. Let's see what else we got. I've got bits everywhere on my desk. Right, paper, put away, ribbons, dimensionals. We've got this cute little ribbon. We could put a line of that ribbon across there and tuck it underneath. Oh, do you know what? I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to open this out. I'm just going to grab some double-sided skinny tape. Just need tiny little pieces. Pull the backing off. And just pop that on there. Pull the backing off that. And I'm going to take that round. Don't want to pull it too tight because I don't want to buckle the card. Wrap that round. That is cute. Oh, look at that sparkle on there, girls. And then we could take a piece of this. Just tie that in a knot. And see how I've feeded the knot all the way down to that end. Use your fingers. And then just cut that at an angle. Cut that at an angle. That's cute. So you've only got that tiny little bit of waste. I have got a glue dot on my container, and I just literally fold and press, and it stops it from coming undone. And then I'm just going to grab myself another glue dot, little mini ones, and I'm just going to stick one under the front that no one's going to see. I've got a hair on, there we go. That's going to stick that down, and then I think I'm just going to stick that there. Remove the back in and add this cute little knot. I think I'm just going to have it that way. That is adorable. And then again, we've got these beautiful, now I'm going to need my glue. Oh, I need to unclog this. I need to wash this little container, I think. And I'm going to use the silver. I'm going to have 2 there and 1 there. And these are dry already. I mean, I could just use the bottle. I'm going to put that one on there, and then I'm going to come in for a smaller one. And just pop that on there. So you can make yourself hundreds of those. And there is that cute little Faux centre step card with a cute little difference. You could stamp, you could fussy cut. With this set, it only comes with the bear punch, which I have got out, but I didn't use, as you can tell. But I think that is adorable and cute, ideal for a child. I'm going to use this one. It's got that cute little Santa on, and all I need to do with this one is add a sentiment and a nice little focal point. And I've got 3. I got a flat one, and then I've got the 2 faux standy out ones. I could cut that a little bit smaller. I may even Oh, that's fine. I like it there, it's hanging over the edge. Well, there we go, little faux centre step cards, easily done without any fussing around. And if you want them to lay flat, they will more or less, but because we've glued them on the front. But they're cute. This one really opens out flat, so you could store these and then just pull them up, add a sentiment, add a centerpiece and a sentiment, and it folds and flats for your envelopes. These are ideal to give out to anyone you're giving them by hand. But there we go. Woohoo! All glory to our great God and Saviour who gives us our talents to share with others. Come back on the next video. Take care, and I love you all. Bye.